What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone Lite. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode we made ourselves our energy condenser and energy condenser MK2. Yes, we took our first steps into EMC. It's very awesome. Today, since we talked about a little bit at the end of the last episode, I wanted to go ahead first of all and try and set up a better crafting system. Where am I at? I got turned around. Yeah, I wanted to get rid of this. Since we kind of talked about last episode how I saw some lag when I was trying to craft Draconium and awaken Draconium blocks in this export bus, let's go ahead and get rid of this since I'm pretty much under the impression this is bad. At least in this version, this mod pack, something. We'll set up something that we can export or provide the items and use RF Tools crafting to do that for us. I think that's probably going to be the better way of going about it. So let's start on that. So we were going to want to just get ourselves an RF Tools crafter tier 3. This is the one we're probably going to want. So crafter tier 3 requires redstone torches and crafting tables. Crafter tier 2 and a crafter tier 2, which requires crafting tables, torches, and a crafting tier 1, which is a machine frame crafting tables and torches. So it's like not really super expensive. Crafter, I don't think we have any of these in the system. You know what? Let's go ahead and make a pattern for this because we might want to make more than one for more recipes. The crafter tier 3, even though it holds a lot of stuff, has a limited amount of things that you can craft with that. Do we have redstone torch and auto craft? We do. Okay. Yeah, there's a limited amount of things that you can craft with the tier 3. So we might want to set up multiple of those. We have crafting tables and auto craft. We do. Of course we do. We set that up the last episode, or at least the compress and the double compress. So there is a recipe for the tier 1 crafter. So we'll go ahead and find a spot somewhere in our ME system here to throw these patterns in. How about right here? This looks fantastic. Okay, so we'll do a rafter tier 1. We'll do the rafter. So we'll do one of those, and we should be able to tell it to make a crafter tier 2. Good. And we'll find out where our crafter went. Right there. Why do I have gunpowder in my inventory? I feel like that somehow jumped into my inventory when I didn't want it to, maybe. Or was it there the whole time? Am I going crazy? It's possible. So we need a crafter tier 2 in order to make the tier 3. There it is. Awesome. And then final pattern, crafter, like so. So let's start off with one crafter tier 3. I think you can put in like 10 recipes or 8 recipes into this guy. Does it say 8 recipes? And allows handling recipes, crafting results of previous steps. Cool. Infusing bonus, reduced power consumption. I don't really care about that. All right, so we'll put the crafter right here. Okay, so I couldn't remember if we had conduit or whatever providing power. It looks like we do, so that's fine. So yeah, we can see that we have power here. We have a spot to set our recipes. So what we're going to also want to do is get ourselves another interface. Looks like we have one already available. Did I not click that? I guess I did not. And then some ME glass cable. Perfect. Okay, so a lot of the things that we need are already here for us. All right, so we'll place a cable here, interface here. We'll get rid of this cable because I don't actually want it there. And we'll bring this over like so. Okay. So this interface is going to provide items for us, namely the Awakened Draconium Essence and the Draconium Essence, and then any other essence we want to auto-craft. So we will put a pattern here that'll provide Draconium Essence from our system, and then the Awakened Draconium as well, right? So now we can export out of this thing and get these different essences. Okay, so now we need a way to export out of there. How about an item conduit? That should be efficient way to do it. Then we're going to want conduit speed upgrades. Yeah, we should be able to craft these things. We want 15 out of pistons. Actually, these things have EMC. So instead of crafting all of those, let's grab some stars. And we'll just make all the speed upgrades so we don't have to worry about this ever again. And then how about... Probably didn't need that many. We'll just let that go ahead and cook up, and then I won't have to worry about it ever again. Seems like a good plan to me. Okay, so we'll put the item conduit here. We'll do an export, always active. We'll do an insert here. But before we do that, there's another thing I'd like to do. We'll grab these guys, place them here and here. And then we are going to want to set probably cobblestone. We need something in here to take up all the other space. We only want 1 stack of each of those. So we'll go remember, click the R, get rid of the cobblestone. Now the only thing that's allowed in these spots is cobblestone, right? So only thing that's going to be allowed there is the draconium. Only thing there is the awaken. So you can pump in whatever, and that's the only thing that's ever going to go in there. Actually, we want to set this thing to in, out, extract, always active. And then, yeah, I think that should be fine. And then this one should be in, out, extract, always active. Always active, yeah. Okay, so that should work just fine. Then we on the extraction, we want the speed upgrades, and same thing on this one, extract speed upgrades. So we should pull out the essence, since that's the only 2 things that are going to be allowed in here. We'll have recipes that'll craft those into the ingots. The output will end up here, which will be extracted back into the interface. And yeah, we'll just have like a closed loop system there, and I think that'll be just fine for what we're trying to do. All right, so cleaning up the inventory out of all these other things. Cool. All right, so now that we have that set, we can make ourselves a pattern. So we need to click on this one, and then we have some options here. So first of all, let's go and make the recipe. So 8 of those turns into 1 draconium ingot. Now we have the option of external, so that crafts the item and puts the result here. There's internal, which means it would craft the item and put it in the internal inventory. You want to do that if you're crafting this into ingots and then the ingots into blocks, and then you want to export the blocks, for instance. That's why you want to do that. And then there's external C, I think. Results of crafting operation will go to the output buffer, but remaining items like buckets will stay on the input. So yeah, so if you're doing some kind of like bucket crafting, water buckets or whatever, I'm not sure. There's probably a good reason for doing that, but external is what we're going to do. So we'll click apply here. That'll apply the draconium here, and you can see the draconium is already doing work. We're turning the essence into the ingots, and those are going back into the system. That's good. So let's do another recipe. So this one will take the awakened draconium. I was trying to drag, that doesn't work. Do that. Is it all 9? Okay, so yeah. This one, I think we will do the internal craft. Can I click this to get those out of there? I can't. So we'll tell this to be an internal craft. I think I need awakened draconium nuggets. Can I do that? Can I place those here? Can I do... Okay, so let's stop this for the time being. Extract, never active. I'll place those here. We'll say forget. I'll place... Oh, where'd that go? Is it still crafting? I think it's still crafting. We need to turn this thing off. How do I turn this one off? Is there a way to turn this off? Right here? Redstone on to activate. Okay, so we'll put the draconium... I'm sorry, the draconium essence there. This here. We'll say... Oh, I guess we need our cobblestone again. Let's do this. Just fill it in with some kind of a buffer block. So we'll do remember, get rid of the cobblestone. So awakened draconium nuggets will always go there. So here we'll do this once again. Turn those into the nuggets. And then we'll do a recipe for the nuggets to turn into the ingots. And then apply. This one, I think I messed up. This needs to be internal crafting. I messed it up again. Okay, so essence. There it is. Okay, so internal crafting, the essence turned into nuggets, apply. And then external crafting, turning the nuggets into the draconium. This thing didn't change, so I'm not sure how that recipe is set up. So we'll just go ahead and double check to make sure that is set up correctly. There it is. Okay, so now when we start importing the awakened draconium essence and the draconium essence, it should start making these and then exporting the awakened draconium ingots. That was kind of complicated, but we got it. We got it there. Always active. And this will set to ignored. So yeah, as you can see that we are not doing anything. Is it going to keep only importing draconium? Does draconium have a... Like, how does that work? I've seen that before with the conduits, where it like prefers one thing over the other, and it'll only fill up one. maybe I'll just keep doing that until the Draconium ingots are done, and then I'll switch over to the Awakened Draconium and then do those. I'm not entirely sure how that seems to work. Anyway, there's also the fast mode where it can like craft super fast. It does cost a lot more power to do it this way. I'm not sure if we need to do it that way. It kind of doesn't look like that. I wonder if it might even be better for us to set up multiple of these item conduits, extracting, doing the same thing. We might be able to get both of those going in there at the same time. Let's try that. Let's do another item conduit. We'll do 2 of those, and then we need another 15 speed upgrades. Okay, I think that should be good. Place. Can't place there. I'd like to place right there. It won't let me though. Okay, so we'll extract. Always active with those. Now it's preferring the Awakened Draconium and not the Draconium. Yep, not really sure how that's working here. It's kind of a weird thing. You would expect that both of those items would go in there, but it doesn't want to do that. Okay, well, I'll just leave this alone. The way it was before, it seemed to be working. We're going back. Nope, now just switch over to Awakened Draconium completely. Anyway, this should take care of the issue with our export bus over here. So I'll go and get rid of that. We're no longer going to be exporting and crafting items back into the interface, which hopefully will fix the weird lag that we're seeing with the sky jumping before. All right, well, I think I kind of figured out what I was doing wrong. Connecting 2 extracts to the same import seems to cause a bad thing. Anyway, we have an import-export on the bottom here, and then one on the top. So now that's keeping the Awakened Draconium always full, so it's constantly crafting. And it also allows us to get the Draconium Essence in there every now and then, right? So I think that's going to work out just fine. We can set this to fast mode if we want to, and it crafts like a little bit faster, but like fluctuates the power. And I'm not really sure if that's really necessary. This seems to be working good enough for the time being. So Draconium, both the Awakened, yeah, and the regular stuff, things are auto crafting. I did set up some compacting drawers over here by our other resources that we have auto crafting. So yeah, our Awakened here and the Draconium's there, and I did put full upgrades in them and a void upgrade there as well. I guess with this particular setup, we could just have that make the nuggets and send the nuggets to the system, but whatever. We're having to do the 2-step process to make the ingots as well. So yeah, I think that's going to be perfect. I think all of these different recipes that we have where we have auto crafters crafting it, we'll probably go to drawers, like compacting drawers if we can, and then put the void upgrade on there just because we are always growing those and I don't want to like overflow and back up, etc. So anyway, last episode we were working towards getting our Wyvern armor, and then we saw that we had to take a step back and look at dark matter. So again, to turn this thing into the Wyvern chestplate, we have to turn that into a dark matter chestplate, followed by a red matter chestplate, followed by a gem chestplate with all of this stuff apparently. And then finally we can take that gem chestplate and then upgrade it to this stage. So the first step is we need to get ourselves a little bit of dark matter. Now I've already pre-crafted up some of that since we were messing around with the energy condenser. Yeah, the energy condenser previously. I couldn't remember if that was what that was called. So let's go ahead and upgrade our Supremium chest plate to a dark matter chest plate. There we go. Now we need to take a little bit of red matter, not redstone, red matter. 2 words, red matter. And do the same thing. We also have a bunch of red matter blocks and dark matter blocks as well. So there is the red matter chest plate. Okay, so we have that done. So the uses again for that, now we need all of these other things. So now we need the Klein star, the different tiers of these. So to get one of those, we need Mobius Fuel around a diamond. Do we have that on AutoCraft? I don't remember. Mobius Fuel. Let's craft up one of those, and then I guess we can EMC for the rest. So there's one, then we'll grab some stars. All right, and we'll use this energy condenser. We really should just get rid of this one, to be honest. Let's get rid of that. Let's, you know what, there's a little bit of EMC left in there, but whatever, let's get rid of it. We'll grab the MK2 because it's just a much faster operation. All right, so we'll do Mobius Fuel here, and then we'll put some stars in there. Maybe 1 star, that should be enough. Okay. So now we have that. We should be able to make the first one. So yeah, we need to make this guy. Cool. That has EMC. So now we can take that, set that here, right? And then put all this Mobius fuel back in there and make these guys. I guess we really didn't need that many. Well, did we need that many? Yeah, we need 4 of those to turn to the next tier. So I guess that's fine. So we can go ahead and upgrade these like so to tier 2. All right, so the tier 2 is going to go in here with one of those. And then I guess we can just throw in some more stars. So that's the tier 2. Let's get rid of that one. All right, so we need 2 more of those. There we go. That should be fine. All right, so now we have these guys. Yeah, what's great about this, if you make too many items, you can always just take the extra one and use that EMC, which should be the same, to go into the next item. So it doesn't really matter if you make too many. It's just like if you make excessively too many, then it just gets annoying, right? All right, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4 of those guys. Cool. All right, so we do that, and this one. So there's this version of it. It keeps going and going, doesn't it? All right, so all the stars in there makes 1. All right, so we need some more stars then. I'll just throw in the stack, and we have the 4 that we need. Awesome. Okay, so this one plus this one and one of those and one of these makes this one. Now, which tier do we need? Let's take a look at the uses on this thing. We need the Omega one, and we are at the Sphere version. So not quite there. So we'll go ahead and replace that one. Take those out, put those back in. So now we got half of what we need, and then another stack of stars should do it, I think. Nope, I was wrong. We need 2 stacks of stars to do it. There we go. All right, so there's these guys. So this one, this one, this one, this one. So there's the Omega Big EMC Batteries. So I feel like, I don't know if we need more than one of these, but I feel like we should try and make one more just in case for later on down the road. We might need another one of these for something. So now we'll have an extra one. All right. I think that seems pretty good to me. So going back to our gem chest plate. So the uses on that, we need the body stone, whatever that is, which is red matter, sugar. That's really easy to make, surprisingly. Okay. And then what else do we need? We need a Vulcanite amulet, which is dark matter and lava buckets. Again, very easy to make. We already have the stuff in the system. Okay, so uses on this once again, we can create our gem chest plate. There we go. Very, very cool. Okay, so we have that thing now. Now we want to upgrade that further to the Wyvern. So we need 4 draconium blocks. I should probably just search for a Wyvern chest. I'll make it easier. Okay, so we need a Wyvern core, Wyvern energy core, Wyvern core, Wyvern energy. And then we need 2 stars. Awesome. All right, so we should be able to get this thing going. Very excited to upgrade our armor. Okay, there's that. And then 2 stars. This guy. That guy. And finally, this one. Cool. All right, so that's going to go and charge up. That'll make our Wyvern armor set. And then we can look at further upgrading that to the Draconic set. So let's go back to a Draconic re-evolution. Yeah, we're making this. And it wants everything, or we have everything except for the chest plate, which we should now get and complete that task. Nice. That's a good feeling, getting that one done. Well, come over here so we can let this thing charge up. All right, so the quest is now complete. We'll do top loot chest today. What do we get for a chest? We get a diamond furnace. Wah, wah. Not that great of an item, but it's okay, I guess. So the next quest for us to do is to upgrade to the Draconic Armor. So let's take a look at the Draconic pieces here. So to make a Draconic helmet, that's extreme crafting. Okay, so we're going to need 2 Awakened Cores. 3, 4, 5 Awakened Cores. 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12, 13 awakened cores. Do we even know how to make an awakened core at this point? I don't remember us having to make one of these yet. Okay, so an awakened core is a nether star with Wyvern Cores in the awakened draconian blocks. Yep. So we should be able to do all of these things. So nether star goes in the center. Some of these recipes and nether stars need to go in the injectors, and some of them, they go in the core. And if this is already set up where the nether stars go into the core, we might have to set up another one of these things. So let's see. On this thing we have... Do we have this set up for nether stars on any of these? No. No, I think we should be okay. Okay, so we can make ourselves a recipe to make these items. I was just making sure because, yeah, if you duplicate that and say the stars go to the core and stars go to the injectors, then the recipe will just fail. Yeah, and you won't be able to get things done. It's just not going to be good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wyvern Cores. Go ahead and make a pattern for this guy real quick. So there's 5 of that, and then I didn't see, was it 4 of the blocks? Yeah, 4 awakened blocks. Okay, and then what else was it? Is that it? That can't be it. Plus a star. And then, of course, our trusty slime ball goes in here to prevent the next recipe. And then we got to tell it what we're crafting here. So how about a Draconic Evolution information tablet is what we're going to be crafting with this recipe, just so we can tell the system to kick that recipe off. Okay, so that should be set up. Now, I do need to set the filters here. So we need another star to be filtered to go this way. Whitelist it, and we need to blacklist it this way. So that should be pretty much all we need to do. So if we tell it to make a Draconic Evolution, I was gonna say engineering tablet, it should make this item. We good? Yeah, looks like things are good. It's powering up slowly but surely. I know that that we're limited right here by our Ender energy conduits. We still need to figure that out. I know how to do it. It's just a matter of doing it. But anyway, it looks like that we'll go ahead and craft up our awakened core thing. So I'll take the pattern out so we can update it to what it's supposed to be, not the tablet. Okay. All the way over here, awakened core. There's a skeleton in my base. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop. Sir, stop it. There's a creeper. Why do we have monsters spawning in my base? What are you all about? Let's hit F7. Ah, right here. I forgot to place a torch. Yep, that is my fault. Okay, so now that we have the encoded pattern, we can go throw this back over into this guy. And was it 13 of those that I said that we needed? So we need to tell the system to make 12 more awakened of these things, which is going to take a minute because we have to make all the wyvern things as well. So that's extra time. That's to do 60 of those plus 12 of those. That is a lot of crafts. Let's tell it to just do it. All right, so we'll be making the wyverns, and then we'll be making the awakens, and yep, everything's gonna be going here. Maybe. Did something get screwed up? Why is that not going right now? Shouldn't that be working? What does a wyvern core look like? That requires the stars. That's where we're gonna get screwed up. So stars have to go over here, not here, for this particular recipe. And the awakened ones, they have to do the opposite. Okay, so at this point, it might make sense for us to set up a second one of these operations for these two different crafts. I'm going to be doing some stuff off camera here. Hopefully we'll get this sorted and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so I've been letting this thing craft for a while. I think that's the last of the wyvern cores. When that one finishes up, this one over here should go ahead and make our awakened core. And it looks like this is going, and there it goes. Now this one over here should now be making, oop, I didn't set the filters properly. Whoops, let me go and do that. This one over here should be making our first Draconic Energy Core. Yeah, I just gotta set the filters. So we want to blacklist this going into the ejectors, and we want to whitelist that going to the core. And let me make sure we get this thing set up properly. I'm gonna throw this back in the chest, and then that should just work. There it goes. Wait, why do I have one in my inventory? I have so many of these things all over the place. Yeah, I tried originally trying to get this recipe to work over here, but unfortunately we needed more crafting injectors than what we had over there. Anyway, so this one right now was only going to be making the Draconic cores. Yeah, no, the Awakened cores. This one over here will make the Draconic cores. Okay, so there's our Draconic core. I do need to take the recipe out and again fix that. I was telling you to make a yet a wrench for that thing, but obviously that is not the correct recipe. So let's grab this one here and Draconic core. This, change that recipe up, and then we'll cancel the one that's never going to finish because we're never going to be getting a yet a wrench through there. Okay, so I think we have to make a few of those. I don't remember exactly how much it was to get our Draconic armor. Let's go ahead and go back through the recipes real quick. We can tell the system to do it, and we won't have to worry about camping it because things are just going to work, right? Okay, so Draconic armor. So for the helmet, we needed 1. Body, we need 1. So we need 2, so a total of 4. And then for the feet, we need a total of 6. Okay, so Draconic cores, we have 1, so we needed to make 5 more, right? We already have everything available. It just got to do these 5 crafts over here. Yeah, and I think everything's just going to work perfectly now. Looks like things are happening great. So I don't have to sit there and watch it, which makes me really happy about it. Okay, so we'll have all of that stuff done, or at least all of the fusion crafting done. We still have to draw out all of the extreme crafting things, and we could probably already do the helmet. So let's start with that. So let's do Awakened Draconium. I'll grab a few stacks of that. Then we need the Crystal Matrix. I don't know how many we need. Let's just craft 100. I think that'll be fine. Those have EMC 2. So even if we craft too many, we can reuse those for turning back into nether stars or whatever various thing else later on. All right, so there's that. So again, the helmet is 3 from the bottom, and then we need the Draconic core, 1 of those. All right, so Wyvern helmet goes here, Draconic core goes there, and then it goes to, like, what is the recipe again? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 away from the top. So there's that, there's that, there's that. And then as far as the innards of that goes, so we need 2 Awakened core. 2 of those. There and there. And then, oh my goodness, this is the hard part. Trying to remember the recipe, at least it is for me. Like that. There it is, a Draconic helmet. We did it, our first Draconic piece. Super, super awesome. All right, guys, so it looks like I was 2 Awakened core short. I went ahead and I crafted those up, and now we are able to make the boots. So I made the helmet, the chest plate, the leggings, and now our boots. And those will go ahead and charge up with power thanks to our wireless power here. And quest complete, Draconic armor. Aw, yeah. That is awesome. So which one were we doing today? The top one? I think we're doing the top one. That's going to give us also a half a heart, which doesn't matter since we are not playing in the hardcore questing mode. And if we pop this, we get some cryo-stabilized flux ducts. So that's pretty cool. So now that we have the Draconic armor, we can pretty much say goodbye to our flux infused armor. We can go ahead and equip this. We can also get rid of an angel ring. We're not going to need that anymore. So we can just put all that stuff away and that away. So yeah, the Draconic armor allows us to fly right away, right? There are settings for this thing. Like we can go in, press the settings key, like the Draconic chest plate, flight speed modifier. We can just go ahead and put it at 600% if we want to go like stupid fast, which I find is way too fast for my liking. Usually for this, I put it about 300%. And I also put it on boost on sprint. So it only gives us that crazy speed if we're pressing control, right? So that's our normal speed plus control. Now we go faster. Okay, so that is how I normally set that up. And then also there's an inertia cancellation. That way when you stop on a dime. Like you don't keep moving a little bit. I like that better, especially for like when you're trying to get underneath something and do something in a specific way. Like you don't just keep traveling. Yeah, that's normally pretty annoying for me. Okay, so what else can we do here? Vertical boost, how fast we go up and down. If we want that, again, we can do that on boost on sprint, which is probably pretty good, 300%. I'm sure that'll be good. Flight lock will keep you flying all the time. You can never land. I don't like that. Okay, so Draconic helmet, night vision on. Night vision lock on. Regardless, we'll always have night vision. Okay, Draconic legging, speed modifier. We can do crazy speed, and then we can do boost on sprint on. Now, the thing is, with this, it like affects your FOV. You see how it like wiggles in and out? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Not going to happen. We'll keep that all the way off so it doesn't affect our FOV. So we don't sprint fast. If we want to move fast, just fly a little bit and then go fast, right? I think that's probably going to be the best way for this armor, at least for me. And then Draconic Boots also has jump modifier and step assist. Step assist will keep on. Jump modifier I never like, so we'll keep that off. And I think that's pretty much it for all of the different settings for this armor. I think this is going to work out pretty well. This is generally how I set up the Draconic armor. Now, again, there's other upgrades for this armor. If we look at this and we hold down control, you can see there's upgrades: RF capacity, shield recovery. This one has movement speed if we want to do that. I think that is not affected by FOV. That's just general movement, but I'll probably just leave that alone anyway. And then jump boost as the additional one on this one. So yeah, we have to go through the whole fusion crafting process for upgrading this armor, and we're definitely going to want to upgrade this armor if we're ever going to fight the Chaos Guardian. Guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. I think we got a lot of good stuff happening. We're able to get to the Draconic armor. It's crazy looking. It's super powerful. We basically won't be able to die with it on, but we still have to upgrade it before we get to that state. So we're not quite there yet. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.